Hey there everybody, Thet here, and welcome back to Thet Plays Oxygen Not Included. We're on cycle 83. We got still a little bit of warmth in here, but it's not affecting the rest of the colony anymore. Thanks to some sweet, sweet insulation. So that's working out well for us. And you know what? The decor is still pretty good, except where it sucks. But that's okay. It's gonna suck in some places. What are you gonna do? Not too twisted about it. We don't have any research focus, but we can work on that eventually. We are working down here, digging out some algae, and cracking into this wheezewort here soon. That's... Thinking about it more, I think I want to put the wheezewort in this room and deconstruct this. Because this is where all the heat is going to emanate from. So it makes sense to have this be the place where we get rid of the heat. Let's priority... Nah, let's just disable this building for now. We don't need to be using it at this point. We do have some atmospheric problems down here, but we're planning on doing something about that. We're actually digging out down here to get some of that carbon dioxide to float downward, because a lot of this has become carbon dioxide. And some of this is natural gas, which is the one thing mulewood won't grow in. You know, the alternative, I suppose, would be to build a freaking natural gas generator, I suppose. We don't have that available to us yet, but we could if we researched fossil fuels. And we could just put like a, you know, a gas generator or a gas pump somewhere over here and get that stuff sucked out. But I'm thinking I like this option better. Of just letting that stuff drop down. It's bath time for some of us. Speed up a little bit. There they go. Now we're rocking at the speed I want. Grabbing some of that algae. It's good stuff. Good stuff. In fact, our terrariums crave it, you might say. You can dig this out as well. It's slime. It's not algae, but we can eventually make some use of that as well, as I understand it. We got a bunch of hydrogen that ended up floating up here, which is great. How far down does that go? It looks like it drops down to about here when it starts mixing with the oxygen, and apparently polluted oxygen floats upward as well, which is interesting, I suppose. Let's see, I need another filter over here, another deodorizer, I think. Right there. And we're going to try to put this Paku over here. We did a little bit of research on that. I don't think we got... Oh, we did get animal control done. All right, then. Well, in that case, we'll work on fossil fuels next. We could bring someone else on, and I tell you what, I'm going to hold off for a bit, but once we hit 100,000... Never mind. I was going to say, once I hit 100,000 kcals, it's time to bring on someone new. We got Turner, who will not care for others. By that, medical care. Early bird. Evening bonuses removed, but in the morning, +2 to all skills. Likes ranching and digging. Hey! You know, we could use someone who does ranching for animal stuff. Although he's not really efficient at it right now. When he's bad, he does binge eating. Ellie has a lot of nice stats that I'm actually enjoying here. An unconstructive small bladder, though, doesn't help me out much. Germ resistant, I mean, immunity regen is good, I guess. And we got a pacifist over here who has simple taste, likes to farm. If I needed a farmer, you would actually be a great choice, although the vomiting is not really my favorite thing in the world. I'm liking Turner over here. He's looking pretty good in my eye. I'm trying to think, is there a reason I shouldn't take him? And I'm not thinking of one right now, so... Tell you what are we going to call you? My proficient at learning and digging friend? Learning? I don't remember. What does that do for you? Okay, it does actually up your skill leveling, which is great. It also ups research speed, which is also great, although more obvious, I suppose. You could consider it. I'm definitely not complaining, is what I'm trying to get at here. Let's see. I did have someone else, I believe, who specifically asked to be in, but I can't remember who they are off the top of my head. My brain is not working for me here. I'm gonna find you. And I will put you in here. And then bad things will happen. There we go. Let's see. Name was Gabriel Fernandez. I'm gonna just give you a Fernandez. Alright. Let's print you out. How you doing? Welcome to wherever we are and whatever we're doing. We still have a couple of unassigned cots, so... And by a couple, I mean 2. So you got a place to sleep. You got some hydrogen floating in over here, huh? I mean, I'm not... I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, but let's go ahead and throw an airflow tile here and here. Lowers the beauty by a little bit, but it's not really going to hurt us that much in the long run. Where is this hydrogen coming from? I mean, obviously I got the generator here. Is there something down here excreting the oxygen? Or hydrogen? That thing just ate a balm lily. Excretion. Phosphorite. Alright, well that's definitely not hydrogen. Did I dig it out of somewhere and I forgot about it? Is it coming from the phosphorite? That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I'm actually not sure where the hydrogen is coming from. Well, I guess I'll have to figure that out eventually. For now, I'm not too worried about it. We need a tenured scientist eventually, but we don't have anyone who's happy enough to do those jobs yet. We got 15, 16 morale is pretty darn good. 12, 11 down here. Fernandez, right now his morale is 1. We're going to give him some time here. We got 16, 15, 11, 14. And it looks like McGinnis is ready for a new job. He's an electrical engineer now, but soon he will be a sous chef. Although he's also good at groundskeeping and gophering. We'll do gopher for now. Dude just needs to switch his job. That's the important part. There you go. It's all hatted up. Ready to go. Got all of our sand in here. We're pretty much ready to start recycling water here when we need to. We don't need to yet, but we might someday. Alright, this project is probably going to be on the back burner for a while, if I were to guess. As Dismas comes over to start working on it. Making my guess completely irrelevant. But it's downtime, so, you know, everybody hold on to your butts. We do have some hydrogen floating over here, but that's going to float all the way up. Should end up floating up this ladder, through this airflow tile, and all the way up here. So I'm not concerned about that hydrogen. Polluted oxygen should do the same thing. It's really just still the, wow, this is all Technicolor now. Really, it's just the... It's just the natural gas that I'm worried about. It is slowing some of these from growing, but that's just because it's taking some time to go through. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. We've got plenty of hatches now, too. Let's see. I like how all of our critter stuff is in food. But we can't make traps until we get plastic. We can't make plastic until we learn how, I suppose. So this morb here likes to shoot out polluted oxygen, huh? That's algae. Here we go. Yeah, he pumps out polluted oxygen just for no reason, apparently. He just does it. Which means that a deodorizer down here would actually be wonderful. Actually, we got 3 coming in over here. Now, the polluted oxygen could, in theory, still get squeezed by over here. But if we put a deodorizer here, it could catch it before it floats all the way up. Possibly. So we got quite a bit of polluted oxygen floating around here. And some of it has germs on it. which is unfortunate. But I'm not sure it's anything I really need to concern myself with right away. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just, you know, a moron. I want to dig over here, though. There we go. Let's dig over there and open this and kind of connect these areas the best we can. I don't see a point not to. So I'm going to do it, you see. Planter boxes are lacking water. Well, we have water. Water is getting picked up, so it should be getting delivered soon. Wow, we are at 113,000 kcals of food right now. Got some fried mushrooms, plenty of gristleberries, and lots of lice loaf. And quite a bit of muckroot still, too. I'm surprised this hydrogen is getting stuck here like it is. But yeah, now the natural gas has come down. And we're back to an area where we want to be, as far as that goes. Now, I need to be looking for, because I know they exist, some geysers as well. Geysers will pump out water that's actually water, as opposed to steam that condenses to water. Which, don't get me wrong, that's a good thing. That condensation is beautiful. It's a beautiful process. Don't get it twisted. But it is something that we'll need to get done eventually. We have another cool steam vent over here. This one's just dormant as well. I guess I should find a way to tap into that one too. We're full of... Let's see, this is a puffed prince. It's a lazy critter that excretes little lumps of slime with each breath. Its diet is polluted oxygen. Oh, dude, I want you. Yo. Come here, my dude. You, I should capture and, like... Well, first of all, this room would be heaven for you. Even though it's currently covered in food poisoning. The germ is actually going up or down. It's not moving at all, although it does die 3% per cycle. But having them up here would be great. That would actually be wonderful. Let's dig out some more of the sand while we're here. There we go. Just to let stuff filter about it a little bit more. But this area is getting done. We're going to pick up this Wheezewort eventually. It's just they keep having to head back to breathe. Hey! Fossil fuel research is done. We can now make an oil refinery. Convert petroleum into natural gas. Wait, did I read that right? Convert crude oil into petroleum and natural gas. Cool. Okay, so it would be crude oil would be converting. That makes a little bit more sense. We also have this natural gas generator now, which could be used to pick up some of this natural gas that's floating about. I don't think we need that necessarily, but it's good to know that it's an option. All right, let's look at our next bout of research here. What does it take to get plastic? Fire pole. Sand from raw minerals. Clay to produce ceramic. Auto sweepers. I mean, that all sounds cool. Metal refinery, metal tiles. Bunker tiles. Can withstand extreme pressures and impacts. Interesting. Where do I get plastic? Low resistance conductors. Those are cool. I see clay to produce ceramic, but I'm not seeing plastic. Environmental protection. I do need to... I will want to eventually go towards that stuff. Drywall. Prevents gas and liquid loss in space. Interesting. Comfy beds. Plastic. That's plastic tile. Plastic tile is great, but I need to make plastic. Do I already have the ability to make plastic and I just didn't realize it? I don't think I do. Oh, maybe it's the research called plastic manufacturing, Thet. You thought about that? Have you thought maybe the one that mentions plastic in the actual research name? No, I have not. As you might understand, I'm actually a moron. Okay. Decor's still looking good where it needs to. Not right here. This is actually ugly as sin, but it's getting there. Let's put in a sweep order for this stuff. Get it picked up and moved where it needs to go. But at least our dining room is good. Yeah. We have bedrooms for everybody. It's all looking good. It's all looking good like a good room should. I'm not overly complaining is what I'm trying to get at here. Alright, we're getting really close to turn the pump on time here. Got very little carbon dioxide floating about here now, which is good. It's actually wonderful. Eventually, I think it would just end up pouring over and into here if it became worst case scenario. I'm thinking to make this... I want to make this pool bigger, though. In fact, what I'm thinking is maybe digging up here eventually. In fact, dig straight up to here. That stuff will all float down. And then come over here. Whoops. And then dig up to here where all that stuff will float down as well. Please. There we go. Oh, that stuff will float down. It should still go down this way eventually. Into the big pool that we're creating. Eventually it should do that. Keep putting down projects. Someone stop me, please. I want everything to get done. If it can get done simultaneously, all the better. Thank you for cleaning that up. Yeah, we got a lot of terrariums down here. Got slime lung growing on the carbon dioxide? That's not the germ overlay, Thet. This guy is spitting out the slime lung. I think. That's what it looks like, as you can see. Okay, so he does present a problem. A fairly negative problem. That I will need to monitor, but that's okay. I don't have to monitor it exactly right now. I wonder if this thing will just end up filling up with water eventually. But we need to keep searching. We'll find an actual geyser eventually. Then we'll have all the water we'll ever need. Maybe. I don't know. It's over there. It's cold over here. I hear something happening. Sounds like something is happening in this general area, but I'm not sure what. And it seems like we might be hitting the right edge of our area here. As you can see, this is as far as I can go to the right. So, we're going to have to start digging in some other directions here soon. Which is fine. It is what it is. One might even argue that that's all that it is. We are still making food at an amazing rate. So I'm thinking it might be time to pull in someone else as well. We have one more bed available, and nobody's in this mess hall yet. So Fernandez is eating alone. So we can fix that. So why not? Why not do so? Alright, yeah, I think it's about time to get ready to connect this area here. So, to do that, all we gotta do is connect these wires. Bada bing, bada boom. This bad boy's pumping. Water spoots in there. Oh, geez. I just realized this water has a lot of food poisoning in it. Mmm. It's about to... what have I done? Food poisoning will die on regular water, so that's fine, but... Yo, priority 9. Someone get this done, please. But yeah, we've just dumped some food poisoning in here. The good news is it does die on regular water. The bad news is I don't want to make that happen. So I'm that way. So I'm thinking what I need to do. Are you seriously not going to get this done until after that? Oh boy. I'm thinking what I need to do is actually research that tepidizer. There it is, liquid tuning. Warms large bodies of liquid. From what I remember, this takes up a humongous amount of power. But we have that. Our coal generator is quite healthy. So I could actually dig out over on the left side and place a tepidizer like over here. That could work out great. For now, though, we've just polluted our water supply because I wasn't thinking. I think we'll be okay in the long run. But that said, let's stop that for now. There you go. It'll pump out what it still has access to, and then it'll be done. There we go. Okay. It's like Vasilla's mastered the scientist job, Dismas has mastered the architect. So, after architect, I mean, his next thing would be senior architect, but he doesn't quite have the 16 morale for that yet. So, why don't we learn gophering? And Vasilla, do you have anywhere else? Tenured scientist, of course, but right now you're only at 14 morale. So, I guess sous chef will be the next hat for you. Alright, these will die. They will. That's the direction it goes in. See, it's already going down. It's also, like, you know, dispersing around, so it takes time for it to die. Plastic manufacturing is done. Okay, we're going to head towards the tepidizer here. Liquid tuning, which means we need improved plumbing, which would be insulated pipes, and then liquid shutoff. Okay. I actually don't want insulated pipes. I want this to, I do want this to tepidize and warm up enough where it will kill the germs, but I don't want it to be so warm where it's gonna cause other problems. Let's see. With manufacturing, plastic manufacturing complete, we can use this, a polymer press, to make plastic out of petroleum. But before we could do that, we would need to make petroleum by making an oil refinery. And before we get that's even useful to us, we would need crude oil. So there's a bit of places to go. There's a bit of in-betweens. Extracts crude oil using water. Must be built on top of an ore reservoir. Well, that makes sense. Okay. And I just haven't seen one of those yet. So somewhere around here is going to be some oil reservoirs that we can use to extract the oil. Good to know. But yes, eventually I will get this issue taken care of. Right now, man, we got a lot of carriers of slime lung. Why is the slime lung so bad? Recently ate it, so something over here's got slime lung. Some kind of food. Oh, that might be causing the problem. Where'd you get the slime lung, Fran? We don't know. Recently consumed it? I don't even know. I don't even know. Either way, I'm not as concerned about the food poisoning, although I probably should be. I'm still not. I don't know what you're going to do about it. So yeah, I'm going to want to dig an area over here to eventually put a couple more batteries, another transformer for the power. So it's going to be like over this way. Well, it's really going to be like this. We'll have tile around it. And what I'm thinking we're going to do is just have a ladder go up this way. The wire will just go straight up that ladder to the tepidizer, which will be somewhere in here. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we figure that out. Yeah, the germs will eventually die on there. Of course, they don't die on here. They're actually growing. So until we get that temperature up, it's going to keep doing that. Or we could put the tepidizer in here. But then we'd have to basically cool it before we use it. So I think putting it in here and letting the water temperature go down as it gets put into the pipe might work out better. I don't know. I'm guessing everything. The only way to find out is to make it happen, I suppose. Yeah, eventually it'll become active again after some time. Maybe it does it faster after it's been analyzed. Who knows? I sure as heck don't. But yeah, the morale is a little too low. I mean, I could try switching Vasilla over to tenured scientist temporarily and then tell her to analyze this. Where is Vasilla? I mean, it's obviously going to send her mood into a negative way, but we'll see. What's she doing now? Going to research. Yep. This is what I want. This is what I was asking for. If we could just have her do that and then take off the hat, she'll be fine. It's also, like, really hot right here, but we know this. It's hot, she can't breathe well. So, you know, it's not a great place to be. Okay. So yeah, apparently researching one of these takes a while. So it might be something that we end up doing and then not doing several times. I'm probably not going to get anyone for a little bit, but we'll wait on them. Sharkwalkers master the groundskeeping job. Good job. Willie, let's send you over to plumbing. Have you master that job as well. Yeah, that was a big mistake on my part, and that's going to be... It's going to be problems with the water supply for a little bit, probably. Improved plumbing is done. So now we could do insulated pipes if we wanted to. As well as a hydro sensor. Let's see. Here's the valve. Hydro sensor. Becomes active or on standby when liquid pressure, excuse me, hits a certain range. Interesting. Okay, planter boxes are getting watered now. They don't seem to be affected much by the germs, but there is a little bit of slime lung pretty much all over the place. The storage compactor is probably putting out most of it. So we are probably going to have to be looking at our germ situation here within a couple of episodes. Did you just fall asleep there? Okay. I think she did temporarily, but then she got up when she figured out she was dying. But yeah, I'm thinking once her stress hits like 40 to 50, we'll go ahead and change hats. And then she should probably be okay. Then we can change it back afterwards, after her stress is back down. But we're basically going to be playing with this little bit of a dance here with her stress for a while. And, you know, it's getting analyzed. And then we'll figure out, maybe it'll tell us exactly what cycle it'll start pumping out water again. I don't know. I really don't know how that... Oh, gee, she got heat stroke. Now she's going to have to go rest. Which means she might as well take off this hat for now. While she's resting. Thank you for washing your hands. Alright, and then someone should go ahead and tend to her. You know, these should be a priority 7. You're right, it's already taken care of her now. I'm not surprised about the heat stroke, but eh. Alright, so mistakes were definitely like 100% made this episode. Hey, this spot's done. Cool. Ain't no one gonna deny that mistakes were made. But nothing that we can't come back from has been made as far as mistakes go. So I think we're still doing good. We're still pending analysis. And that is going to be it for this episode of Thet Plays Oxygen Not Included. If you enjoyed it, make sure to let me know by giving a like and all that good stuff. Everyone's going to eat some meals, and we will see you in the next video of Thet Plays Oxygen Not Included. Just going to go eat now.